So I have x as my variable. Third criterion, I should have an operation. This is also not a polynomial, are called as binomial. Degree is 5. Hello dear students. Today we are going to learn about chapter 2 of class 10 portions with maths, that is polynomials. The polynomials chapter is also a continued portion of 9th to 10th maths. In 9th also we had polynomials as our second chapter, which gave us a basic analyzation of what is meant by a polynomial, what is the degree of the polynomial, and how do we find the factor for a polynomial. In 9th we have also learnt about finding remainder, finding factors using the two theorems. They were remainder theorem and factor theorem. In this polynomial chapter, we also have to learn many identities and how to subtract, how to add with respect to a variable. So for this class 10th portions, we have come up with polynomials chapter visualizations, and what are we going to have as the content of the whole video? Let us quickly take up with the content. The content is based on basics of polynomials, that is, we will just give you understand whether how a given polynomial is going to be the perfect answer for the question, or you have to just modify it in a different format, or is it in the standard form, whether it is a polynomial or not. That goes for the basics. In basics you will be learning about all these things, and then in class 10th what is the introductory part of the chapter, like what are the important things with respect to board exams. You will be able to analyze it and understand it. Then we have the content based on degree of the polynomial, which is a continued version of class 9th. In class 9th also you have learnt about what is a degree, how to find the degree, and giving examples on based on the degree provided. The same version is updated here and given in the form of a basic concept, so that we will be learning about the third content, that is degree of the polynomial. Then we have come up with types of polynomials. There are various types of polynomials based on terms also and based on the degree also. So how to analyze when given with respect to term, how to analyze when given with respect to degree is the key aspect of the whole session. And then we have come up or starting with exercise 2.1, the first exercise of class 10th portion, second chapter, and we'll be giving you again a worksheet as well as the notes of the chapter in the link below. So do watch the complete video with patience, have a book and paper. If you're not understanding, just pause the video, rewind it, recheck again, go back and play it again. Let us move on with the next slide. First of all, what is meant by a polynomial? Quickly reading out, it's an algebraic expression. It has a combination of variable, constant with the help of a mathematical operation. Just taken a simplest example of a polynomial. The simplest example of a polynomial is 23x plus 6. The example taken here is 23x plus 6. In this I have 2 to 3 things what I have to understand. In my expression of algebraic expression, the definition on top, we have termed variable, constant as well as an operation. What do I understand by a variable? A variable is an alphabet that is present in the whole expression. In this expression, we can make out that 23x plus 6. So I have x as my variable. X is the alphabet present in the complete equation. So I say the variable of the given expression 23x plus 6 is x. So what is a variable? Variable is the alphabet that is present in the form of, in the whole equation. Why do we call it as a variable? First, because I can express or I can basically substitute any value of x. From positive to negativity, negative or 0, I can place x as 1, -1, 0, 3, 4 by 2. Any value of x can be substituted in the given equation, and hence x is varying, so I say it is a variable. It is varying on its own. Then we have to understand what is meant by a constant here. A constant is a term or a number. The number represented in the whole equation, whether it can be a coefficient with x or in singular behavior, we call those numbers as constant. Here two numbers are there, one is 23, the other is 6. So 23 I can say it is the coefficient of x and 6 is a constant. Two terms basically, coefficient as well as constant, both has the same meaning. Numbers represented in this equation is a constant. When it is represented with the help of an alphabet, I say it is a coefficient of that variable. Here x is my variable. So representing 23 with x is, the meaning says 23 is the coefficient of x. Coming to the operation. What are operators or operations? I have two terms in the given equation. One is 23x plus 6. The first term is 23x. The second term is 6. This is my first term. And the 6 is my second term. So when I have two terms, there should be a link between the first term and second term, and that can be done using an operator. So there are four types of operators in maths. One is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So in this equation, the operator that is being used is an addition. So 23x is linked to 6 using an addition operator. So this addition goes for the operator. So when I have to understand an algebraic expression, see, we are not at all speaking about a polynomial. The chapter is based on polynomial, but first of all we are trying to make you people understand about algebraic expression. Quickly rewinding, what is an algebraic expression? Any equation is given. Let us take one more example. If I have an equation called as 30y minus 1 by 6x. This is an equation, algebraic expression, in which I have two variables. The variables here are, I told you what are variables. Variables are the alphas. So two alphas are there, x and y are the alphas present. Numbers or constants we learnt about. The constant present in this equation given as an example is 30 and minus 1 by 6. 30 and minus 1 by 6. Now I can say the coefficient of y as 30, the coefficient of x as minus 1 by 6. Now the first term is 30y, the second term is minus 1 by 6. How are they linked between each other? Using a negative sign or a subtraction sign. So the operation here, operator acting here is negative or subtraction. So this is an algebraic expression with two variables, x and y. The coefficients are 30 and 1 by 6. Operator is negative or subtraction. So this is a simple example through which you are easily able to understand what is an algebraic expression. Let us move on to the next slide, in which you will be analyzed with giving an algebraic identity, the basics of algebraic identity. Identities are the formulas that we will use in the complete chapter, or the formulas which are important for expanding a given expression, evaluating it and bringing it into simple form. Even in certain factorizations we use this, and in rationalization also we use this. So the three important identities for the chapter is a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square, also written as a square plus b square plus 2ab. The second identity is a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. If we have a negative sign here, the 2ab will be negative. If we have a positive sign here, each term will be operated with positive sign. A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. The most basic three identities are expressed on the board. You can quickly write it down. Simple one, easiest one, useful one. Popping to the next slide. The slide says again about the content of the chapter, that is polynomial. What is a polynomial? Just now we learnt about an algebraic expression, but the chapter is based on polynomials, right? So let us understand what is the exact definition of a polynomial. A polynomial is defined as an expression which is composed of, again, three things as we have learnt in algebraic expression. It is composed of variable. We all know what is a variable now. It is composed of constant. We all know what is a constant. And its exponent. Now a new term is added, exponent, that are combined using mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So, to understand the definition, let us take this example. The example is 7x square minus 5y plus 1. In this, I told you we have alphas present, they are called the variables. So, here x square is my alpha as well as y is my alpha. Therefore, I call them as the variable because we can substitute the values of x and y here. Then I have the coefficient x square. With x square I have 7, so 7 will be called as the coefficient. With y I have 5, so 5 will also be called as the coefficient. The only number present here without the variable is 1, so 1 will be termed as constant. Now each term, 7x square is a term, 5y is a term and 1 is a term. All three are linked to each other with two set of operation, that is subtraction and addition. This is subtraction, this is addition. So two of them are linked to each other. All three terms are linked by subtraction and addition. So I will term it as an operation. When we have all these criterions, what are the criterions? Just close your eyes, memorize the criterion. The first criterion is I have to have a variable. Second criterion, the coefficients of the variable. Third criterion, I should have an operation. So if these three things are there, I'll be able to analyze whether the given term is a polynomial or not. The most important thing is this. What is an exponential form? If I have a variable x, the power of the variable is called its exponent. For example, let us take one more example. If I have an equation called as 2x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Now tell me how many terms are there in this equation? I have 4 terms. The first term is 2x cube, the second term is 3x square, third term is 2x, fourth term is 1. And these terms are interlinked between each other with the help of an operation called as addition. The complete set of addition is only there is no other operation used. And the variable involved here, what is my variable here? There is only one variable called as x. Now if I look at the power of x, the exponent of x, in the first term the exponent of x is cube, in the second term the exponent of x is square, in the third term the exponent of x is 1, and in the constant term I don't have any exponent at all. I can write this as x power 0, where I call this as a constant or a 0 term. Therefore, if I have to understand about the exponent, exponent is just the variable's power. Here also 7x square. So x is my variable. It is having an exponent of 2. Therefore, I write the exponent of x as 2. If I want to write the exponent of y, 5y power 1. Therefore, the exponent of y is 1. So, what is an exponent? If I take an alpha and raise it to some power, that is called the exponent. Next, in the coming slide, we will be learning about how to analyze whether the given expression is polynomial or not. Till now we have learnt how the polynomial looks, whether and what and all we need to analyze whether a given expression is a polynomial, that we have learnt. But now if the equations are given in weird formats such as negative terms are there, rooted terms are there and various other things, how to analyze whether it's a polynomial or not, we have certain rules for it. So, what is not a polynomial? First we have learned what is a polynomial. In this slide we will be learning about what is not a polynomial, right? What is not a polynomial? The first abbreviation is when the exponent of the variable is negative. This is the term to add on, is negative. Then it is not a polynomial. See here, we have taken an example, x plus 1 by x. If I just look at the expression, obviously any student who is just come to 9th standard or 10th standard, you will feel that okay, this is having a variable and 1 is the constant and addition is there, it is a polynomial, you will categorize it. But if we go to the depth of the concept, 1 by x is normally written as x power negative 1. So if the power or the exponent of the variable here is negative, see, if it is negative, then I don't consider this as a polynomial. I will say it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial. So what is the first criterion? The first criterion is the power of any variable should not be negative. Second criterion, when the exponent of the variable is in fraction or when it is under the root, then we say it is not a polynomial. Again, an example we have taken, root x plus 3. What is my variable here? X is my variable. If I look at x, it is under root like this, root x plus 3. So x is the variable and root is there, so I say it is not a polynomial. Same way, another expression, x to the power of half plus 3. So x is my variable and the exponent of the x is in fraction, then also we categorize it as not a polynomial. The third expression given here is cube root of y plus y. See, whenever there is a root written with a number, we call that number as the cube root of y plus 5. So y is my variable and what do I mean by this? This is nothing but y power 1 by 3 plus 5. So as told earlier, when the variable's power is in fraction, this is also not a polynomial. So easily, whenever we have to analyze what is not a polynomial, we will only look into the variable and not anything else. For example, if the expression given is 200 x power 200 minus x power negative 1. I have two expressions, two terms here, 200 x power 200 and x power negative 1. If I look at the first term, I have x as the variable and the power is 200. If I look at the second term, the power of or exponent of the second term is negative 1. Therefore, I will look for the rules. What is my first rule telling me? The first rule is telling me the exponent should not be negative. The second rule is telling me the exponent should not be under root or fraction. So, three things. It should not be negative, it should not be under root, it should not be a fraction. So, here in this the exponents or the variable's exponent is negative. So, I categorize it as not a polynomial. Whenever an expression or a question is given, directly we will not go for solution of the question, but we will analyze with the basics, analyzing it whether it's a polynomial or not, and then solving it will be a tricky part of the chapter. So what are the three important rules? The first rule is, yes it is, yes come on, it is. First rule says the power of the exponent should not be negative. Second rule says the power of the exponent should not be under root or a fraction. Therefore, three important things. Take again or make a part in one corner of your page and write the key factor of the whole slide. You can pause the slide for a while and even note down the things given here. Next, we will be learning on an important topic called as degree of the polynomial. This is a continued version of 9th standard polynomials chapter. Coming to the 10th standard, again the same concept is given as a small portion, and we have never expected any board question related to finding degree of a polynomial. Sorry to say that, but it is not at all been seen in any board papers. So what is degree? Degree is the degree of any polynomial is in one variable is the degree of any polynomial in one variable is the highest power of the exponent in that variable. Again, highest power of the exponent. So, first example if we look at, before going to the explanation of the definition, let me take the example. The example given is x square minus 2x plus 1. In this, what is my variable? The variable is x. Write down the variable here. Variable is x. Now, three terms are there. In the complete equation, I have only one variable, that is x. I will look into the variable's highest power. Here I have x square, here I have x power 1. Out of these two, the highest power is 2. So, the degree of the equation will be 2. When the degree is 2, we have been provided with a special name called as quadratic polynomial. There are particular names, as your parents might call you with particular names. चिंटू, मुंटू, सोनू, टोनू सभी बुलाते हैं. उसी तरह से पॉलिनोमियल का भी एक स्पेशल नेम है. व्हेन द डिग्री इज 2, उसका नाम हो जाएगा क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. सो डिग्री 1, 2, 3, 4 के हिसाब से उसका अलग अलग नाम है, वो भी हम पढ़ेंगे इसी स्लाइड में. पहले पहचान लेंगे कि डिग्री क्या है. डिग्री ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल वो है जो वेरिएबल का हाईएस्ट पावर है, द हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ द वेरिएबल. अनदर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव जस्ट हियर 2x स्क्वायर माइनस 2x प्लस 1 का तो हमने निकाल लिया है डिग्री. और एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेंगे. फर्स्ट, इफ आई हैव 100y क्यूब माइनस 30y. इन दिस वी हैव टू टर्म्स, दो टर्म्स है यहाँ पर. और वेरिएबल क्या है? द वेरिएबल इज y. यहाँ का वेरिएबल जो है वो y है. y का हाईएस्ट पावर क्या हो जाता है? 3 है. सो द डिग्री ऑफ दिस कंप्लीट इक्वेशन अभी हम बोल सकते हैं 3 है. सो 3 अगर डिग्री होगा तो उसका नाम हम बोलेंगे क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल. क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल. नाउ अभी आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं कि आपने तो डिग्री 2 का नाम बता दिया मैम, डिग्री 3 का नाम बता दिया, डिग्री 1 का नाम क्या होगा? डिग्री 1 का नाम हो जाएगा लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. एग्जाम्पल बोल सकते हैं 3x प्लस 5. इसमें वेरिएबल x है, x का पावर क्या है? 1. अगर 1 है तो उसका नाम हो जाएगा लीनियर इक्वेशन, लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल, लीनियर ग्राफ. लीनियर का मतलब 1 है. डिग्री 1 तो लीनियर नाम है, डिग्री 2 क्वाड्रेटिक नाम हो जाएगा, और अगर डिग्री 3 है तो क्यूबिक नाम हो जाएगा. अभी डिग्री 4 हो जाएगा तो बाई क्वाड्रेटिक. सो चार चीजें आपको जानना है. 4 डिग्री 1 के लिए लीनियर बोलेंगे, डिग्री 2 के लिए क्वाड्रेटिक, डिग्री 3 के लिए क्यूबिक, डिग्री 4 के लिए बाई क्वाड्रेटिक. 4 नाम याद रखेंगे तो पूरा चैप्टर इजी हो जाएगा एंड समझने में भी आसान हो जाएगा. इसी तरीके से लर्न करेंगे, आगे निकलेंगे. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड टाइप्स ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल्स में है. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल्स वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. पॉलिनोमियल्स 2 तरीके से क्लासिफाई होते हैं. पहले तो हम उसको डिग्री के हिसाब से क्लासिफाई करेंगे. एक चीज जो है डिग्री, पिछले स्लाइड में हमने तो जान लिया है कि डिग्री क्या है. डिग्री की क्लासिफिकेशन मैंने बता दिया है आपको कि लीनियर, क्वाड्रेटिक, क्यूबिक. अभी आप लोग बताइए, लीनियर हो तो डिग्री 1 है, वेरी गुड. क्वाड्रेटिक है तो डिग्री 2 हो जाएगा, क्यूबिक है तो डिग्री 3 हो जाएगा. देन क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल को हमने टर्म्स के हिसाब से डिवाइड किया है. टर्म्स का मतलब भी मैंने आपको समझा दिया है कि अगर एक इक्वेशन है 2x स्क्वायर माइनस 35x प्लस 1, ये पहला टर्म हो जाएगा, ये दूसरा टर्म हो जाएगा, ये तीसरा टर्म. इस इक्वेशन में हमारे पास 3 टर्म है. 2x स्क्वायर एक टर्म है, 35x एक टर्म है और 1 एक टर्म है. तो टर्म्स के हिसाब से हमने डिग्री को, पॉलिनोमियल को 3 कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड किया है. अगर एक ही टर्म है पूरे एक्सप्रेशन में तो उसको हम मोनोमियल कहते हैं. 1 टर्म इन द होल एक्सप्रेशन, लाइक 2x. सिर्फ 2x रहने से हम उसको मोनोमियल बोलते हैं. इसके साथ अगर कुछ जुड़ जाएगा, 2x माइनस 10, इसमें 2 टर्म है, 2x एक टर्म, 10 एक टर्म. सो वील से दिस एज अ बाइनोमियल. बाई मीन्स 2, बाइनोमियल. मोनो मीन्स एक, सिंगल टर्म, 2 टर्म. अभी ट्राइनोमियल 3 टर्म होने चाहिए. 2x माइनस 1/3, 2x स्क्वायर माइनस 1/3x प्लस 10. अभी इसमें 3 टर्म हो गए हैं, सो ट्राइनोमियल हो जाएगा. सो व्हेन वी हैव अ पॉलिनोमियल, उसको 2 भागों में बटा जाएगा, एक डिग्री के हिसाब से, दूसरा टर्म के हिसाब से. डिग्री के हिसाब से हम एक्सप्रेशन का हाईएस्ट पावर देखेंगे. हाईएस्ट पावर 1 है तो लीनियर, हाईएस्ट पावर 2 है तो क्वाड्रेटिक, हाईएस्ट पावर 3 है तो क्यूबिक। आप इसका एक एक एग्जाम्पल भी नीचे लिख सकते हैं, कमेंट सेक्शन में भी कमेंट कर सकते हैं, मैं उसे पढ़ के बता सकती हूँ कि आप सही तरीके से इसको पहचान रहे हैं कि नहीं पहचान रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट गोइंग टू टर्म वाइज सेग्रीगेशन। अगर एक टर्म रहेगा तो उसको मोनोमियल बोलते हैं, 2 टर्म रहेगा तो बाइनोमियल बोलते हैं, और 3 टर्म रहेगा तो ट्राइनोमियल बोलते हैं। इसका भी एग्जाम्पल्स अपने आप लिखने की कोशिश कीजिए, अगर नहीं आ रहा है तो आप मुझे कमेंट कर सकते हैं। Let us just analyze the types of polynomials based on some of the examples and based on the classification of number of terms. As I told you, monomial is a polynomial with just one term. Monomial is a polynomial with just one term. Mono means single term, one term. Here, one term given in a set of equation, I call it as a monomial. The examples of monomial can be 7x, 99x, 100x square, etc. You can write your own examples here so that you can also join with the examples of ours and check whether you are going right or not. Binomial. Bi means 2. Bi means 2. Therefore, a polynomial with two unlike terms are called as binomial. For example, I can take 5x plus 7. 5x plus 7. It is not necessary that in each term I should have a variable. I can have x square plus x also as a binomial. 2 minus y as a binomial. The only criterion is I should have two terms in this expression. 5x is my first term, 7 is my second term. So, two terms present in the given expression, I call it as a binomial. The other example of binomial is 10x square minus x. 10x square is the first term and minus x is the second term. So, two terms given in a polynomial is called a binomial. Coming to the third category is called trinomial, a polynomial with three unlike terms. Why are we specifying unlike terms? Because if we have like terms like 5y minus 3y plus y, these are like terms, so we can add or subtract these like terms. The answer for this will be 2y plus y, 3y. Now there is only one term. This is a monomial and not a trinomial. Therefore, this term unlike is very important because in the given whole expression, I should not have like terms. 9x square is a term with variable x and degree 2. X is a term with variable x and degree 1 and 20 is a constant. So, all are unlike terms and connected with addition and subtraction as the operators. So, three terms connected in a set of series is called as trinomial. Three major segregations based on the terms are there. First is monomial, second is binomial, third is trinomial. Monomial, single person. Binomial, two people added together. Trinomial, three terms in the series, makes the classification of polynomials based on terms. Analyzing further, find the degree of each of the following given below. If you have just seen the video from the beginning and understood about major factors like what is a polynomial, what is not a polynomial, or how to detect whether the given expression is a polynomial or not, and what is a degree of the polynomial, as well as what is the classification of a polynomial based on degree and terms, this is going to be very easy for you. Finding the degree of each of the polynomial given below. I am writing the first equation or the first question. The first question is x power 5 minus x power 4 plus 5. According to term, if we are segregating, there are three terms and we call this as trinomial. The name can be given as trinomial according to terms. According to term-wise classification, there are three terms in the given expression. First term is x power 5, second term is negative x power 4, third term is plus 5. So, three terms I call it as trinomial. But the question is telling me to ask about or find about degree of the polynomial. Degree is, writing the definition again, degree is the highest power highest power of the variable. Degree is the highest power of the variable. First analyze what is the variable. In the whole expression, variable is x. I have two positions x. One is x power 5, the other is x power 4. I'll go for the higher order. So 5 is greater than 4. So the degree of this equation will be 5. Degree is 5. We don't have a specific name for more than 4. We just call it as a polynomial with degree 5. Going to the second question, we'll analyze it here only. This question B, this was question A. Question B, writing it here, 2 minus y square minus y cube plus 2y power 8. Now this equation or polynomial is not arranged according to standard form. What is a standard form? Standard form is aligning each term from the higher order degree to lower order degree. This is given in a ulta format. So the exact version of writing it in the standard form will be 2y power 8 coming in front, then y cube, then y square, then plus 2 coming ahead. This is the standard form writing work of the equation. Now what is my variable in the whole equation? Y is my variable. The highest power of y here is 8. So the degree of this equation will be 8. So this equation is a polynomial with degree 8. So degree or finding degree is a simple trick, simple thing by just visualizing the given equation. Where is the variable and what is the highest power of the variable in the complete set of equation gives me the degree. As simple as that. So we have just completed the basic concepts of polynomial chapter of your syllabus NCERT. I hope this video was really informative, and I am Sandhya Srihari, your science and maths educator from Vidyapita. Do like us, subscribe us and comment below for further videos. Thank you.